Where are you studying?
I am studying in Sri Venkateshwara International School, Sector 18, Dwarka.
Okay, and where do you live?
I live in Jhatikra village.
Where?
Jhatikra village.
Okay, okay. Hello, Devesh.
Hello, nice
How
to
are
see
you?
you, sir. I'm very well.
How are you? Good?
I'm okay. I hope you are well too.
Yeah, nice.
What time is it there?
It's 10:30 for me in the morning.
Okay. It's 8 o'clock exactly here.
Yeah, that's 8 o'clock in the evening for you.
Yeah. So you must be going for walk, etc. So you go
Yeah,
in afternoon?
I go early morning. I normally return by 6:45 or 7.
Okay, very early.
I
It must be.
normally go by 6 o'clock, or even sometimes a little before 6 o'clock.
I know you have been a thoroughly disciplined throughout your life.
Managing my show, yeah. Managing my show.
I think right from childhood.
I don't know about childhood. Yes, presently I'm managing my show.
No, I'm saying you have been disciplined throughout.
Yeah, I mean, I belong to a family where the family had its own norms, and my father was a very strict disciplinary person,
Yeah.
and we all inherited.
What time do you get up?
Sir, nowadays I get up at 6 o'clock, but at the holidays I wake up at 7 o'clock.
Good enough. But
Very good, very
early
good.
risers, those who make a habit, then they don't have to really stress themselves. It becomes a habit, and it helps big in time in life. So today Rita ma'am will be teaching you, and just before she begins, let me recount. Yesterday we had a discussion on why orphanages and
Good evening, Rita.
Sir, where do you live? In America.
Remember, you shouldn't speak without raising your hand, beta. Same for you, Bhavya. Always raise your hand. Let the teacher ask you. Then, yes, Bhavya. What are you saying?
I want to ask something to Jayaprakash sir.
Tell me.
Jayaprakash.
Yes,
ji. Dr. Jayaprakash. Yes.
Sir, do you live in United States?
Yes.
Because
Yes.
Okay, sir.
So I was saying that yesterday we had a discussion on orphanages and old age homes, and we had a very lively discussion.
Excuse me, sir.
Wait, Vaibhav, how shall I teach you? You only have to raise your hand and then wait for the teacher to ask you. And you speak in the middle of a sentence. Imagine how bad it is. You have been told, I think, 20 times. Don't blurt out. Blurt out means jo man mein aaya bol diya. Don't do that. Okay? Always wait for your turn. You will get a chance. We are not going anywhere. We are together for 1 hour and 15 minutes. Okay? There's a small announcement I have to make. We have run into a small difficulty. We had formed a peer group of my school, which is Cambridge School, and we were getting our funding, which is we need about 4,000 rupees per month to pay our technical assistant and for the prizes. But that group is not interested in continuing anymore. So we may have to discontinue our sessions because of the lack of funds. But we'll of course not have carried on in their name. We can change our name and we can carry on. In case we get some more funding, we will of course continue. Otherwise, we may have to discontinue. I'll let you know in a day or two.
Devesh, we will pull in, we'll contribute, all of us, we as teachers.
Okay, we will talk about this. Our school group is called Cambridge School Volunteers Group, and today we have completed 4 months, and they do not want to continue it any further. So we will have to think about the funding we need. We pay 3,000 to our technical assistant, Dipanshu, and we give prize of 1,000, and total 4,000 we need per month. So we'll talk about this. Now, Rita, you can take over for today's topic.
Yes. Now we'll start first.
You
We'll
may
begin.
say
Ma'am, can I start?
sentences on today's topic, Rita.
Devesh, today's topic, exactly, I know this thing only, that exams are not the only way.
Yeah.
Other interests, if you have, can you exactly quote, Devesh, what you...
There are many skills to be picked up for a good life, and unfortunately, some families and some schools only emphasize exams. Acing exam. Acing means doing very well in an exam. Is only one of the skills. This is a skill. It requires memory. It requires good language expression, fast writing, and of course concentration. Some hard work. These are skills required for acing exams. That is doing well in exams. But for a good life, we need many other skills. What are they? We must at least be aware of and not neglect them while we are growing up. That is the importance of the topic. So please not only mention what are the other skills that are needed in a good life and how you will inculcate them. Both points you can always, for any topic, always also explain what you will do about it. So I think Gagan wanted to start.
Yes, Gagan, you can come up with your points.
Okay. Sir, I am audible?
But
yes,
you are not
visible, Gagan.
So, ma'am, I am visible now.
Yes.
Good evening, sir and ma'am. Today, sorry, sir, I have a sore throat, so there is a lack of voice, sir. My voice is changing. So, sir, sorry for that.
Don't mind. Doesn't matter.
Okay, sir. So, good evening, everyone. Today, I'm here to present my views on the today's topic, and today's topic is skills are necessary before the acing exams. Yes, sir. Skills are also the very important part of an individual life rather than the exams, than the studies. Right from when we are born till end, each day we learn something new, which adds to our personality and who we are. Sometimes this learning is through the people around us, and sometimes from what we study. Study is an art. For it to be done with its full potential, it is important to inculcate certain skills so that we can study effectively. So life skills is and that is the skills is also very important. Life skills are those skills that enables individuals to adopt and cope with demands and challenges in life. Every individual may have a list of the skills they consider most essential in life, and they want to improve them for a better career. Now, I would like to tell the few skills which are necessary, which must be in every individual's personality. Like, sir, creative thinking. Sir, it is the ability to think realistically and understand the logic between ideas. So creative thinking helps us to identify, analyze, and systematically solve problems. Sorry, sir. Next one is sir, critical thinking. Critical thinking are the ability to analyze information and experiences objectively. This skill can contribute to our personal development and growth by helping us identify and access the factors that influence attitude and behavior. Sorry, sir. Next one is empathy, sir. According to me, empathy is the ability to understand and care about the other people needs, desires, and feeling. It can help us to accept other who may differ from ourselves. This life skill will improve social interactions, especially in situation of ethnic and cultural diversity. And so there is one more skill of like sir, communication skill and stress management. These both skills also are very helpful for every individual. So sir, at last I want to say that yes, exams and education is very necessary for every individual to get success in his or her life, but these skills is also similar important to become a good person, a successful person in his or her life. Thank you, sir.
Excellent.
Well said.
Thank you,
Rita,
sir.
you would like to correct his language?
I think there was no error, Divish. If you have
Okay, then we can go ahead.
go for the next. Yeah. Gagan, do little bit of gargling also today. Take haldi turmeric
Okay,
water.
sir. Okay, ma'am. Okay, ma'am.
Yes, next.
May I speak Bhavya now?
Where you may start.
Okay. Sorry. Namaskar, ma'am, and my dear friends. I am Bhavya. Today I want to speak on this topic. For having a good personality, we need many skills. Some of the skills should have in a personality which is succeed, or which has been get success in his her life. So they should the qualities and the skills they will be having in their personality will be public speaking. First, people who are effective speakers some across as more comfortable with themselves, more confident, and more attractive to be around, like Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose. He was also effective speaker of India. Second, it should have a writing skills, because learning to write well involves just not only the mastery of grammar but the development of the ability to organize one's thought into a form that target audience in the most effective way possible. So many the if the IAS or a big post have to give the decision, they do not come on the mic and start speaking. They write it on they take a pen and a paper, they write it their decision on the paper, and that is followed. That tells us the power of a pen. Then we should have self management, because strong origination skills, effective productivity habits, and a strong sense of discipline are needed to keep yourself on track. This because in that way we can be more focus on anything. We will be not having lack of confidence and many other problems that we have in speaking, writing. Next, we have to have critical thinking, being able to elaborate that information, short analyze its relevance and meaning, and related to other information is crucial. So we should be having critical thinking. It will be making us and we will be having many nice thoughts. So next and the last one is decision making. This means that being able to take in the scene and respond quickly and effectively is what separates a dozers from a vampires. So this is the point we should have to be a good personality we should have, and for the skills we should have. Thank you.
Bhavya, yes, you people are speaking correct English. Uh, what I, if you can convey this thing also, that the person who is creative and who is have a analytical bent of mind, communication skill he has in his potential. So these people can go in for other kind of jobs. So because jobs are also very important. Apart, if you are good in academically, you will fare as some officer, some you'll get a job of those kinds. But otherwise, you can if you have these skills, you have enhanced these skills in your personality, so you can procure other jobs. And those jobs you can mention all of you when you speak next. Like those people who have writing skills, they can become writers, they can become novelists, right? Those who are creative, they can become artists. And
Yes.
similarly, public speaking, communication skills, the people who have those talent, they can go in for those things. So not only through those exams, what we do it generally, we do graduation, then we go in for some kind of exam. Apart from these, we can go in for other different fields also. So we have to tap our potential we have in us and select where we can place ourselves best in future. So just uh, skills to you, both of you, Gagan and you have mentioned, but related to these skills, we can select our course of action in life or our jobs. Yes, next speaker.
Ma'am, now can I start?
Yes, Gaurav, who's there?
Ma'am,
Yes,
Gaurav.
Gaurav, you may start, beta.
Good morning, teacher. Ma'am, can I
Good
start?
evening. Good evening.
Good evening, teachers and my dear friends. And my views on today's topic is, ma'am, that skills required to study effectively. Ma'am, right from when we are born till the end, each day we learn something new which adds to our personality and who we are. Sometimes the learning is through the people around us, and sometimes from what we studies. While there are a lot of things that we study, and studying is an art, and for it is to be done with full potential, and it is very important to inculcate certain skills so that one study can effectively, and these skills will help us the students for preparing effectively for the exams and cracking it with great marks. So now I would like to elaborate these skills. Ma'am, first skill that is that, ma'am, get organized. It means that organization of books, rooms, study plans, and notes. Next one is, ma'am, note making. In order to remember everything that you study and learn the technique of studying, it is important that you makes the notes making. Notes making make the study easier and very helpful for the students. Next is, ma'am, use mind maps. Ma'am, mind maps are a great skill that if a mastered will help you to retain everything that you study. Mind maps is like a framework that will help us to organize, visualize, and summarize that all we have studies. Next is, ma'am, read out loud, and it is the one of the most basic and important skill that reading what you are studying out loud will really help you to retaining everything for a long period of time. Next is, ma'am, time management skill. In the present era, it is the one of the most basic and important skill that we saw children's left out their exams while writing this, said that 10 marks paper is left, 15 marks, and these questions are left. So time management skill is very important, as well as time management is a skill which not only helps in studies, but it helps in all walks of life, and it saves our time, energy, and worries. And next is, ma'am, stay away from the distractions. Ma'am, distractions are from everywhere, right from the cell phone, social media, friends or family members, etc. So the few tips to avoid the stay away from the distractions are, ma'am, Avoid talking to friends who waste your times with irrelevant talks, and designate a time to talk with family and friends. Next is switch off or silent your phone while you are studying. And next point is, ma'am, designate a study place. Ma'am, designate a study place for yourself that is quite well and has a table and chair. It will help you to concentrate more than studying in a very noisy place. And next is, ma'am, Pomodoro technique, ma'am. It promotes the use of a timer in order to break down works in intervals, traditionally 25 minutes in less, separated by short break, like taking short break that gives rest to your mind. And next is, ma'am, study in groups. This is very helpful for the students, that it helps us to clearing the doubts of the students and can review more material at very less period of time. And last is, ma'am, practice. That there is a famous quote, practice makes a man perfect, and it is an ongoing process, and you can constantly improve yourself and study skills that what you have studied through practice. Thank you, ma'am.
Yes, Gaurav. One mistake of yours was that you said left out our paper. It's not like we leave our paper incomplete. Incomplete, we can say. Okay, no problem. That is spontaneously because you will speak. That is why I know. And Devesh, I want to intervene. Like, is this what we want from this topic? What students are speaking today?
Some of them are talking mainly about the skills related to exams
Exams
only
only.
and
Yeah,
studies and
yeah.
exams.
And that we had done it earlier in the
We
beginning of the.
request everyone to think of other skills also, which help in life and which unfortunately even teachers and parents sometimes don't highlight enough.
Life skills, yeah. So please, this topic already we had covered in our initial classes, how to organize for your exams, and before board exam we had discussed this thing. So
Yes,
please,
this we have already discussed. We want to focus more on the
Ma'am, I have to speak about
social
this
skills,
topic.
etc.
Weber, beta, yes, if you want to speak, you can start. But
Yeah, ma'am.
Weber, you're too small. Please just beta wait always. The way sir is telling you many a times now. You're too young. That's why you intervene so fast. Just raise your hand and you will be, your name will be spoken from here. Okay, Weber? Don't be in a jiffy. Okay. Yes, Weber, start.
Namaskar, everyone, and my dear friend. Namaskar, ma'am, sir, and my dear friends. About today's topic, skills needed to being a good life. That I would say this, that being successful look different to everyone. It comes in all shapes and sizes. But one thing that most people can agree on it is that it includes feeling content and secure. One of the way to offer this security is by opening as many doors to opportunity as possible by learning valuable uh, value value valuable life skills. And first thing is that critical thinking, and then second thing is adaptability, and the third thing is excellent communication skills, and the fourth thing is cultural understanding, and fifth point, last and fifth point is uh, invitative and drive. Thank you. Excuse me, ma'am.
Hmm.
Ma'am,
Yes.
these 5 points I have searched from Google.
Good.
Okay. Initiative and something you wanted to say in the last, that fifth point of yours.
No,
Yes.
ma'am, fourth and fifth I have searched from Google.
Okay, beta. Are you over with it? Okay.
Yeah, ma'am.
Yeah. Next student. Who would like to speak now?
Ma'am, nobody is left.
Why? I think Gagan, Gaurav, Khushi hasn't spoken as yet. Lovely hasn't spoken. Vishal
Yeah,
is
ma'am.
also there.
Yes, ma'am.
Three are already left.
Ma'am, Sanjay
Already there.
Tauji.
Sanjay Tauji, so Lovely, Khushi, who is ready to speak now? Vishal is also there. Sanjay Tauji is there.
It may take few minutes. I'm just thinking about the topic.
Okay, what about Lovely? Yes, Lovely.
Yes, ma'am, can I start?
Can I?
Yeah.
Ma'am, may I
Yes,
start?
Rita. You may start. Okay. Lovely, not audible to us.
Yes, ma'am, actually your video is
Video, okay, no problem, but your audibility should be clear. Lovely, your web of sister, na? You can take his mobile
yes,
and
ma'am, your
speak.
cousin. Ma'am, actually I'm traveling. Am I audible to you? So I will start.
Now,
Yes, I'm audible.
yes, you are audible.
Life is a mystery, but living it in a very standard way and unique way is very important for us. And living life in very unique ways. So there are many ways that in which we can lead a good life and in which we can lead a good life. First is that believing in ourselves. Believing in ourselves, it makes us more motivated and keeps our mind healthy and refreshed. And due to this, we get many ideas and new quotes which we get inspired day by day, and which is very important. And being having a grateful nature makes us more special to others. And next is acknowledging our mistakes. Acknowledging our mistakes is one of the biggest thing, because few people do not accept the mistakes. So acknowledging our mistakes is also a good deed. And giving compliments to others tells us our personality, how we see others, on what person we see others. And next would be doing exercise. Exercising keeps us fit and keeps us healthy always. And it gives us, and by exercising our body is healthy, and we get our mind get stressed by doing exercises. So these can also be the way. Life is full of struggles, but leading it in a very unique way is most important. Some people get depressed with some things. So depression is not the solution. We should just give up. We should not give up, and we should just be more confident while doing our task. Instead of regretting in life, we should be more confident of doing the work. Thank you.
You're not too clear, but then also, Devesh, people are not coming to the point, I think. Anyway, we'll listen to Khushi also, then we'll see what we can convey to them, suggestion and solutions regarding this. Khushi, you want to speak? Vishal, are you there? Yes, Vishal. Vishal, lot of noise from your background. Vishal, please mute yourself. Yes, Vishal. Khushi, are you ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
May I
Khushi.
start?
Please, Khushi, you please improvise on
Sorry,
this topic.
Rita, I just wanted to announce that Lovely has received the prize for the most regular student for the previous month. And
Yes.
we can all clap for her.
Yes. A big clap. Big.
And since Bhavya and Khushi and Vaibhav have already received the prize, so we could not repeat with them.
Weber hasn't just saying the wish.
Okay. I think, and Vaibhav had to miss some classes, so maybe next time we will consider him. Congrats, Lovely.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
So what did you say?
You will
If
hear
you
that
want
in the
intervene
recording,
in
beta.
between.
Vaibhav, if you don't get something, this recording will be posted. You will learn from there. Yes, Rita, carry on.
Yes, now, Khushi, you can start.
Ma'am, may I start?
Khushi.
Yeah. Namaskar, everyone. My name is Khushi, and today I will speak on this topic. Sorry, ma'am, there was a little echoing going on that side.
If you can do anything about it.
Yeah. Namaskar, everyone. My name is Khushi, and today I will speak on this topic: how the skills are more than our exams and studies. As skills, our skills used to make us independent beyond our work. Like if we know how to drive a car, so we will not depend to our parents or friends to drive and take us from one place to another. And if like arts and in our exam times, like if we do such thing like cooking and so many things, it used to refresh our mind, and it may help us to further go and have a good exam, and it may fresh our mind. So giving exams or studying is like giving exams or studyings are also good, but our skills used to made us more fresh to give those exams very better than we can do without any skill. As if we know how to draw or do such a paintings or art and write an essay, so we can do better in our exams also. So I just want to say this. Thank you.
Khushi not prepared today. Okay, Khushi. 2 mistakes of yours I would like to point out. One is you said more benefit, more beneficial, you'll say. It will be more. And secondly, you said very exam, very better. Better is already a comparative degree. So better only, not very better.
Okay, ma'am.
And these things I know you people just because in the flow you speak, that's why you make some errors, but we are here to correct also.
Thank you, ma'am.
Devesh, these students, they're not coming to the point, I think so, Devesh.
That is okay, Rita. We have explained the topic. We don't expect perfection from them. So we will, of course, comment at the end. And Jayaprakash, please feel free to advise or suggest any language improvement after every speaker if you have some suggestion. And overall on the topic, after every speaker has finished, then the teachers will speak for 2 minutes each on the topic.
Actually, I thought that most of the student participants were talking on skills related to exams or related to more or less, it was more or less of skill development rather than attitude and personality development.
Yes.
But okay. Since the basic purpose of this workshop or this meeting is to develop speaking skill, speaking
yes.
English better. So I think it's okay. I mean, I don't feel to interject because Madam Rita is there to take care of the English part. Now, I might like to say a few words on the topic.
On the topic, yes.
Yeah,
Yes,
I
sir.
mean, topic is very meaningful. Skill development for our better life. Now, our education system, unfortunately, is such that whatever we learn, we hardly become able to use it or practice it. Now, suppose we are learning arithmetic. In spite of the fact that students learn how to find area of a plot in school or how to find a perimeter of a place in school, but if you would ask that very student who has already learned how to calculate an area of a square or a triangle on the mathematics notebook, if you ask him to do it in practice, probably he or she will not be able to do it. So this is one skill, whether you call it skill or what the attitude, that whatever we are learning in our education, we should be able to use it in our daily life whenever we require it. And the second aspect is that, which I think a bit of which was mentioned by Khushi, that we need to develop some skills which are otherwise not taught in regular framework of education. Like she mentioned about cooking, she mentioned about driving, I can say about gardening, I can say about looking at your maintenance of your home products. So these things in general help you to be more independent, and also sometimes it can be your career options also. So anyway, I mean, I think I just would have preferred people to talk about these things rather than looking at the topic. I would have preferred the people to talk about these things.
Very true, very true. I think you have covered lots of what was left unsaid, except I think Lovely spoke a bit on the topic.
Lovely was not very audible.
Yes.
Khushi did talk about a bit on the topic.
And Khushi also. Yes. Rita, would you like to say something on the topic? Because spirituality is also a skill.
Not at all, I think.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes, Vaibhav,
Yes,
are you there?
please carry on. Yes.
Devesh, Vaibhav wanted to speak something.
Vaibhav hasn't joined yet. Let's wait.
Okay,
but
Devesh.
you can carry on in the meantime.
Devesh, what I could gather from this topic was this thing only, that we should tap our potential and enhance that and take it as our career options in life. What skills we have. This is what I could think about the topic. I'm not too sure what. Then there's a ray of hope in this new education system also, that what is coming up, that we can start after 10th only, we can choose our line of career and according to our potential, and this way we can fare well in life. What sir was telling us, the doctor, he was saying that practical knowledge is also important, what we can opt as our career in life. Those skills we have to enhance in us, not just go by. And this 2022 education system, I think, will be very fruitful for students to choose and pick their what aptitude God has given them. Those things they'll opt for in life, so naturally they'll fare well in life and they'll be more contented and satisfied in life. So maybe Devesh, you can elaborate on this topic.
Yeah, first Vaibhav has raised his hand. Yes, Vaibhav, what do you want to say?
Nothing, sir. When Rita ma'am will over, then I will say the thought of the day.
When Rita ma'am will finish, you will say, when Rita ma'am will finish, then I will present the thought of the day. Okay? Yes, you can present your thought of the day.
Okay, sir. I am good evening, everyone, sir and ma'am, and my dear friends. I am Vaibhav, and thought of the day is positivity is the state of mind that helps you to imagine and see the possibility of what you can learn, earn, and achieve today. I repeat, positivity is the state of mind that helps you to imagine and see the possibility of what you can learn, earn, and achieve today. Thank you.
Good, very good, Vaibhav. So, Jayaprakash, you would like to add something
No,
on
actually,
the topic?
I was only talking about that, about the in general about the skill. And one thing I already mentioned, that we should develop the habit of, we should develop that attitude that whatever we are learning in our school system or our education system, we should make it useful to apply whenever we are required. I mean, if you say writing skill, so I mean, if you're writing every I think class right from 5th standard onwards, people are asked to write essays or what you call compositions. But in reality, if you ask a student to write a general composition, he or she may find it difficult. So idea is to understand how to write an essay rather than writing an essay and getting some awards on that. Similarly, the attitude to work with hand, which in my opinion, most people, or especially students, and in probably economically upper middle class society, we always believe that working with hand is not our job or our field. We prefer that if we require a tap to be repaired, we call a plumber. I mean, repairing a tap is not it's a minor thing. Similarly, if you need to put up a fused bulb or something like, just change these things. So you should be able to learn and do it yourself. I mean, in a developed society, people take care of their cars and their other instruments themselves, rather than running to the mechanic every time. So we should be able to do all these things, and basically we should have an attitude that yes, we can do. These are things which are not beyond, which are not to our liking, like cooking. Kushi said, one should develop a taste for, or one should learn how to do cooking, and you can do miracles in making good dishes and satisfying not only yourself, satisfying other members of your family and the friends as well. But some people have the attitude that probably this kind of a job is not, I mean, not my domain. It should be maybe somebody's domain, which they put some kind of an inferior superior tag. But these skills help in general in lifetime riding a cycle, for example. Now, I mean, many people say, I don't want to learn riding a cycle, but it helps. Maybe everybody does not afford a car all the time. But basically, develop the attitude should be that we can learn new things and new skills. And let me tell you, each and every skill which you learn will someday or the other will help you in life. And you should enjoy that.
Thank you, Dr. Saab. I think Jayaprakash ji has brought us dot on the topic, but I would like to add a few things in the conclusion. See, whenever you speak on a topic, if there is a difficult or an interesting term in the topic, you must begin by defining that. There is a term here or phrase, happy life or good life. Good life. So you could have ideally begun by explaining what, according to you, is a good life. A good life, if, for example, you say, this is an interesting topic on which I'm very happy to speak. And I would like to begin by explaining what, according to me, is a good life. A good life is a happy and a helpful life. Okay. Other things are, of course, there's a long list of things that are necessary, but on top, I would place that a person should be happy and helpful. That will make a beautiful world. But other things that are necessary are, beyond exams, we first of all need to have emotional balance. Most important, physical and mental fitness. Second, emotional intelligence, being able to read people beyond what they are saying. Third important thing is, of course, I mentioned fitness, but then social skills, interaction, some sense of humor. This is a very important skill which helps in life, in making friends, getting cooperation, becoming a leader. All these are social skills. They are very, very important in life. Degrees don't help beyond a point. It is these skills which help a lot. Then there are some, what I will call practical skills. Of course, you should be able to earn, first of all. You should be economically independent and also be able to help others, if not in a big way by creating jobs, etc., at least by charity and small charity and so on. So for that, you have to be economically independent. And for that, it is simple. Of course, you prepare for IAS or becoming a judge or becoming an army officer, whatever you want to do, but also have some economic skill of which you should be a master. If you don't get a job for which naturally lakhs of people apply, you should be able to earn from some hobby. You could be a photographer, you could be a interior decorator, you could be a entertainer, whatever. Some skill you must have from which you can earn if you don't get a government job. Okay. Then following this, we should just, I'll give you a small list. Please make note. These are practical skills which can be learned in just about a fortnight. Legal literacy, financial literacy, then martial art, some martial art. Be confident. You should be able to tackle a small goon. Then disaster response. You should have some knowledge of what has to be done if there is an earthquake, if there is a flood. You should know swimming. So disaster response. Then first aid. You must all know how to offer first aid. Okay. Then digital literacy, of course, you all are acquiring. That is being able to use the immense pool of information, etc., that is available on the internet now. And not only that, use apps and also maybe make apps for further improvements in the use of knowledge on internet. Then In emotional balance, which I have already mentioned, some spirituality is also because you have to be contented, and also emotional balance means that you have a little detachment. That is spirituality. Basic meaning is some detachment from what is happening, which is beyond your control. I believe personally in the theory of karma given by Gita, but of course everyone can have a different bent. Then yes, in emotional balance, I would also include ego management. Start shedding your ego. You should be aware of yourself and also have maybe self-respect, but no flaunting of self, no hunger for respect outside. Only your heart should respect you, but don't bother too much whether the world, because the world respects power and money. You are not in that rat race. You have risen above that. That will happen naturally once you have started dissolving your ego. This is not easy at all, but I hope you understand this point, that self-respect is different from ego. We must have self-respect, but not ego. Ego looks for respect in outside world. Self-respect looks for dignity within. This is the difference. I'll ask this question every day. Now we will have one question for all students from what we have spoken, in order to see if you are absorbing and you are attentive. Also, if you can have a larger cause in life beyond career, you want to contribute to some meaningful change in the world around you, that will be very good. But this will happen later, and especially if you are hardworking. One habit rather than skill, this should be called habit, that you should have is hard work. If you are hardworking, you can do so many things. And many of these practical skills that I have referred to, they can be picked up in a matter of fortnight or just a month by devoting 1 hour each. All schools and colleges should do this. Unfortunately, they are not doing it, but we can pick it up on their own. And as Rita ma'am said, new education policy is bringing some of this into our curriculum now. So we look forward. Also, you must do some social work. If you have some time, once you are settled in your career, take some time or money out for charity and helping those who are still struggling. So these are some of the important things that I would like to mention among skills beyond school curriculum and exams. So before I ask the last question, what is the difference between self-respect and ego? I would again request Rita to say something if she has something new in mind. You would like to add something about the skills that are required for a good life?
With time, these students will be able to broaden up this outlook and develop these skills what you have mentioned, Divish. These people can, to begin with, they have it in their mind. When they'll be settled in their career, they can do lot many things in society. So, but
and
at the
also
back
in
of
vacation time, now fortunately, Modi government has removed the importance of the exams till 12th board, and even 12th board marks will not be counted in further admissions. So what is required is that now you have more choice. Of course, you pick up if you want to do well as a physicist or a doctor or whatever. You don't spare anything. You be a master of that. But beyond that, every subject you don't have to equally, be bookish or a bookworm for every subject. You can take some time for skills, etc. also. Sports is also a paper now. You can take sports as a paper on which your marks will be counted. So I want to know now if any student can answer that question, which I have already explained, but would like to see if this is since this is difficult and actually a topic for more grown-up people, but we are all the time trying to judge whether you can pick up with the help of internet. What is the difference between self-respect and ego? Gaurav, can you try?
Sir, can I say?
Yes. May I
Sir. Can I? Sir, self-respect is the, sir, that we can say that it's an emotion and it's a feeling of everyone has on himself, that I have a respect in society. I had an image in the society that everyone see me as that kind of image, and had thoughts, way of talking with me through that image. And ego, we can say that it is in a negative way, that when the person takes self-respect in a negative side, and it mainly more focuses on his or her self-respect than not than the others, then the self-respect turns into an ego. And so I want to say that that person should maintain his self-respect as well as respect other people's also.
Okay, good, very good, Gaurav. Anyone else wants to add, or?
No,
So
sir.
I'll just repeat, this is a very crucial habit you should develop. Minimize your ego. Ego is very powerful in all of us. An example is that if anyone praises you even falsely, you feel very happy. And even if your mother has criticized you, you get very upset. This is ego. Ego is a very powerful drive inside us. All spiritualists also say this: you must dissolve your ego, then only you will meet God. I don't know whether God is there, but I think it is a very important dictum. Dictum is something which is said for the good of people. That is dictum. It is a very important dictum. Minimize your ego. You will feel much more happy. It will not happen suddenly or easily, but start watching your own ego, and ego looks for respect all around. Don't hanker for respect. It doesn't matter. Even if you have one or two good friends in life, your family is supportive, it's enough. You don't need the whole world to respect you. And if you will look for their respect, you will only feel unhappy most of the time. It's a short thrill that you get if people clap for you, etc. Don't be moved too much by that. Of course, it will please you. It is, as I said, ego is a very powerful drive inside us. Freud is a famous psychologist. He also said that sex and ego are the two most important drives in human beings. I think ego is even more powerful than sexuality. So we should try and dissolve it. Those who dissolve ego and become humble, become polite, respect others, don't think just about their image, but try to be concerned about how others are feeling around us, they are much better human beings. But yes, have self-respect. Your heart should not look down upon you. You must do some good so that your heart respects you and your loved ones respect you. That is all that is needed. So friends, we will end now. Thank you so much, Dr. Saab, again. This is most encouraging.
Thank you, Devesh, and thank you, Rita ji. I enjoyed listening to the students, and I'm really in a way amazed at these students like Gaurav,
Oh, yes.
5 year speaking a reasonable
Never.
amount of
They are,
English.
some of them are
Yeah.
from a Delhi village, and
Yeah.
some of them are from Kota's poor colonies. It is really marvelous that they are so motivated.
Yeah, really,
I clap for you all.
Yeah, I really feel very happy about their and wish them a good future.
And sir, sitting at home, like we can do this small seva at least from our
Yes.
part. We'll also feel more contented doing some seva in life.
Yeah.
Rita, we'll have to think about the funding.
Yes, Devesh, we are always
Because
there.
we need a technical assistant, that is the main thing, and one award we give. So we need 4,000 every month. Okay, we'll think about this. So good night, everybody.
Good night,
Okay.
Devesh.
Bye.